रुदन्तमुर्नेत्रा युग्मं मृजन्तां करम्बुजायुग्मेन शतङ्कनेत्रं रुदन् रुदन्तमुर्नेत्रा युग्मं मृजन्तां करम्बुजायुग्मेन शतङ्कनेत्रम् मुश्वासकम्पात्रिरेखङ्ककण्ठा स्थिताग्रीवं दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् मुश्वासकम्पात्रिरेखङ्ककण्ठा स्थिताग्रीवं दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् इति दृक्स्वालीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमाजन्तम् आख्यापयन्तम् इति दृक्स्वालीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमाजन्तम् आख्यापयन्तम् इति तदीयसितागेषु भक्तिर्जितात्वां पुनः प्रेमातस्तं सत्तावृत्ति वन्दे तदीयसितागेषु भक्तिर्जितात्वां पुनः प्रेमातस्तं सत्तावृत्ति वन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चान्यं वृण्येऽहं वरे सदपीह वरं देवमोक्षं वा मोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरिषदपीह इदं ते वा पुरनाथ गोपालबालं सदा मे मनसि अविरस्तं किमन्याय इदं ते वा पुरनाथ गोपालबालं सदा मे मनसि अविरस्तं किमन्याय इदं ते मुखं भोजम् अत्यन्तनीलैर्वृतं कुण्ठलैस्निग्धा रक्तैश्च गोप्या इदं ते मुखं भोजम् अत्यन्तनीलैर्वृतं कुण्ठलैस्निग्धा रक्तैश्च गोप्या इदं ते मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बारक्तादरं मे मनसि अविरस्तम् आलं लक्ष्यलभै मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बारक्तादरं मे मनसि अविरस्तम् आलं लक्ष्यलभै नमो देव दामोदरानन्त विष्णो प्रसीद प्रभो दुःख जलाब्धिमग्नं नमो नमो देव दामोदरानन्त विष्णो प्रसीद प्रभो दुःख जलाब्धिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिवृष्टाति दीनं बतानु गृहानिशामामज्ञं हृदयक्षिदृश्यात् कृपादृष्टिवृष्टातिदीनं बतानु गृहानिशामामज्ञं यदि अक्षिदृश्यात् कुबेरात्मजो बद्धा मूर्तेर्वयाद्वात् त्वया मुचितो भक्ति भजो कृतो च कुबेरात्मजो बद्धा मूर्तेर्वयाद्वात् त्वया मुचितो भक्ति भजो कृतो च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकं मे प्रयाच्छ नमो क्षिगृहो मे स्थिदामोदरेय तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकं मे प्रयाच्छ नमो क्षिग्रहो मे स्थिदामोदरेय नमस्तेस्तु दाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदाराय यथा विश्वस्य दाम्ने नमस्तेस्तु दाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदाराय यथा विश्वस्य दाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं नमो नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं नमो Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Impossible. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Radhe. Jaya Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Radhe. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य स्तोत्र सत अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. श्री दामोदर अष्टकम की जय. श्री श्री राधा दामोदर की जय. Hare Krishna, thank you for staying back. So we will just discuss for a few minutes about this song, and and we will discuss some special things about this month. There are a lot of spiritual festivals in this month, like Prabhu was announcing, he shared some. So we will start with this little presentation that will help us understand the meaning of this song that we were singing. So this month is called Kartik month. It's also called Kartik Vrata or Urja Vrata. So many devotees, many yogis, many spiritual practitioners, starting from the full moon that just went till next full moon. For 1 month, it's called Kartik month. And in this month, different practitioners, they do different vratas. They have different vows. So they increase their spiritual practices, because this month is like very powerful for practicing spiritual practices, and you get much more benefit of doing the same practices that you would get in other times. So we will discuss some things about this month and the song. But we can see just at the start, in Hari Bhakti Vilas, it's said this is the blessing you get. Everyone wants some blessing. So just for singing this song, this is the blessing. Yes, can anyone read what it says on the screen for me?
In the month of Kartika, one should worship Lord Damodara and daily recite the prayer known as Damodar Rasta, which has been spoken by the sage Satyavrata and which attracts Lord Damodara.
So here we see these deities. The little boy, he's Damodar, and that's Mother Yashoda, his mother. So this month is about this pastime that happened, and what else goes along with this pastime. So it's called Damodar because if we see Mother Yashoda, she is holding a rope. A rope means Dhamma. That's the Sanskrit for rope, Dhamma. And Udara means the belly. So his mother bound him around his belly with a rope. That's what the name Damodar means. There is this month there is also a hidden meaning behind this. We were chanting Shri Shri Radha Damodar. So this month is actually to glorify pure devotional service of the most dear devotee of Lord Krishna, Srimati Radharani, because another name of Radharani is also Urjeshwari. So it's called Urja Vrata or Kartik Vrata, and one of her name is Urjeshwari. So she is the queen of this month, and this month is the best month to pray for pure consciousness, pure devotional service. That's what Srimati Radharani is known for. So let's see. Okay. So this is the first text of the song. Namamishwaram Sachidananda Rupam. So this first text, as we can see, says form made of eternal existence, knowledge and bliss. We definitely don't have experience of meeting people whose bodies are eternally existing and complete in knowledge and full of bliss. Has anyone met some person like that? I don't see any hands up. Okay, so it's not only me. So we see the picture. That's the picture where Krishna takes birth. Now, these are all given in this book, Krishna book. This has all these stories. This is a book that Prabhupada especially write, so people can get to know Krishna as a person. So here in this picture we are seeing Krishna is taking birth, but he took birth with, like, we can see 4 hands. He has some club, chakra, he has a disc in his hand, he has a flower. So this is Vishnu form actually. And so he took birth like this with 4 hands. And I see some mothers there. Did any child take birth with 4 hands and fully decorated, wearing clothes? So that's how Krishna took birth. We can see even the baby, how he's just chilling there on the pillow. So we can understand from this, he's not an ordinary child, and it's not an ordinary birth either, just like we are taking birth. It's a very mystical birth. And if we read this pastime, we can understand more how many mystical things are going on when he's taking birth. Even in the outside atmosphere, like all the stars, they are lined up. Everything is so auspicious. Everything, everywhere, there is like good things happening. You know, rivers are flowing and nature is flourishing. So it's a very beautiful atmosphere when Krishna takes birth. So his body, this is the first point we should understand. How his form is not material, because usually people think he may be just a powerful person, but his form is still material. It's not spiritual. But when Krishna takes birth, his form is completely spiritual. It's completely packed with eternality, knowledge, and bliss. We don't have experience of this, but we can see, just like sitting in a kirtan like this and chanting names of Krishna, it gives us an experience of like some deep pleasure. So we can understand a person who is packed with pleasure, complete bliss. That's Krishna. So this is the first text. It's Ashtaka, means 8. So there are 8 texts in the whole song, and every text it's giving more deeper and deeper understanding on Krishna, on his form, on his pastimes, how he interacts with different personalities, especially his devotees, spiritual practitioners, the yogis, the mystics, the bhaktas. So we will learn all that, especially by studying more in this book, because there are so many stories in this book. We go to the next part. So here, once we understand that this is God, his form is completely spiritual, he's complete in knowledge, completely aware about everything going around and beyond, and he's completely happy. Then in the next one we hear, can someone else read the English? Fear. So, muhu swashakampa trirekhanka kantha. So Krishna is filled with fear. Why? Because he see his mother is holding a stick. Now, I see some kids here, but everyone, I'm sure you know when your mother is holding a stick, what's going to happen. So here we see this is Krishna, he is God, he is like complete in knowledge, and he's like complete in bliss, and his body is completely spiritual and eternally existing. Then why is he filled with fear? Just seeing his mother holding a stick. So this will bring us to understand how Krishna or God, Supreme Personality of Godhead, he doesn't have to be like an official God all the time. Because just like we may know some super wealthy person, and in their office they deal in certain way, but when they go to their home, maybe they are playing with their kid. So when Krishna is with Mother Yashoda, this is actually happening in Vrindavan, in Gokul. That's the village where Krishna spent his childhood. So that's his like chilling place. That's where Krishna, he expresses himself completely. He is not just like a God who wants respect from others and who just want to be like a supreme controller. So God means he is controlling everyone. No one is beyond his control. No one is higher than him. That's the actual meaning of God. So in Gokul, in Vrindavan, this is a small village within Vrindavan, within Mathura. This is the place in India near Delhi. Takes about like 3 hours drive from Delhi to Vrindavan. And especially this month, there is so many people going there to celebrate this month. So that's where this is happening. Place is important. But we have to understand this place, Gokul, it's actually representing, it's like an extension of Golok Vrindavan. That's the topmost realm in spiritual planets. That's where Krishna eternally resides. If someone is eternal, there must be a place where they can live eternally, right? Because we know this world, this cosmos, it comes into being and goes out of being. So Golok Vrindavan is the place where Krishna is eternally existing. And these kind of pastimes, they are eternally happening there. So why we should understand about Gokul? That's an extension of Golok Vrindavan within this world. If we understand Gokul, we can understand how we can actually prepare to go to Golok Vrindavan. Because everything that's happening is in Golok Vrindavan. Krishna performed the same pastimes in Gokul when he was present on this planet, little over 5,000 years ago. So here, God, everyone else is afraid of God, but here he is afraid of stick in his mother's hand. So here he is showing how even God wants to have personal loving exchanges. He don't want to be an official God all the time. So in Golok Vrindavan, he is eternally living like this. But who would you exchange like affectionate, loving exchanges? Who would you make it with? Not necessarily with in your office at work, but with someone who is dear to you, who is close to you. So Krishna is showing he is more attracted by people who have pure love in their hearts. He is not attracted by wealth or opulence or different. Someone may have mystical skills, or someone may be very learned. He is not necessarily attracted to that. He is attracted to pure consciousness, pure love. And that's what Mother Yashoda is showing here. Although Krishna is supreme controller, but here he is agreeing to be chastised by his mother. Why? Because he is attracted to her motherly love. He is appreciating her motherly affection. So in pure love, it's not only God who is controlling, it's also devotees who control God. who control Krishna. So here we will see how Mother Yashoda, she not even showing him stick. She's going to bind him with this rope to that wooden grinding mortar. We see the little wooden thing on the side. So she actually binds him to that grinding mortar with the rope. Let's go to the next one. So we have to understand these pastimes are very special. And when we understand that God, He is supreme controller, then we should also understand He is also the supreme enjoyer. Now to enjoy, one cannot enjoy by being by themselves. One has to have other people around them. That's how one can enjoy, right? You want to make exchanges, maybe exchange gifts, maybe do some activities together. So in this one, we are seeing Iti drik swalilabhir ananda kunde. Krishna's loving pastimes drown the residents of Vraj, Vrindavan, in ecstasy. So this picture we can see when Krishna was a baby, then just when they started to crawl a little bit, and they have calves and cows because he's living in a village. And these village residents, they are cowherds. They have cows as they keep them as domestic animals, and they milk them. So this is a calf. They are playing with them. So his little baby, he don't know what's going to happen. He holds the tail, and the calf, calf is also baby. He's scared. What is this guy doing to my tail? So the calf, out of, he's disturbed. He's running around, and he's holding the tail, and they are going around. And the mothers, all these ladies, they are looking what's going on in our courtyard. So like that, these are like, I'm sure mothers can confirm this. It's when you see the baby growing, like the baby starts to crawl, then they start to walk, they start to talk a little bit. It's very attractive, very sweet. So the mothers, he's increasing their motherly affection by doing these kind of activities. That's how he is drowning these inhabitants of Vraja in pools of ecstasy. So his pastimes are very special. One point I would like to make about these pastimes is that these pastimes, they make this village Gokul, Vrindavan, even more attractive than Golok Vrindavan in spiritual world, because there Krishna is not living like a small baby. He's grown up. So over there, they don't get to see these childhood pastimes of Krishna. But they have, like Mother Yashoda, she still has motherly affection. His father, Nanda Maharaj, he still has like a fatherly affection for his child. But they don't see him as a baby. So these pastimes only happen on earth, especially in this place, Gokul, in the village Gokul in Vrindavan. So that's why we are very fortunate in that sense that we are able to talk about these pastimes and remember these pastimes, and we can even visit this place. We can see all these places. I've been there a few times. There are so many nice places, and people there, local people, they will explain like so many stories. It's amazing. So with these pastimes, he is creating more and more love and affection. And that's how these people are being drowned in pools of ecstasy, not the ecstasy that people take to get high these days. Okay, this one. So that's Idam Tevapurnatha Gopala Balam. So the devotees, they pray in this the text 4. So here they are praying Varam Deva Mokshamna Moksha Vadimva. Many people, they want to become free from difficulties in life. They want to become free from distress and be happy all the time. And pretty much they are asking to be liberated from material existence. But here, this devotee, he's praying that we don't even want liberation. The only thing they are asking is that this baby form, these pastimes, may be revealed in their heart. So it becomes like a deep meditation for them. They just meditate on that form, all these pastimes. That's the only desire. Because what happens when you meditate like this, you actually are liberated. You become free from material existence. So the next one is Krishna's lotus face is kissed by Mother Yashoda. Now, this Mother Yashoda, she is showing her love for her baby Krishna, baby child. So we can also, the great teachers in this line, they also explain this also has a hidden meaning behind it. We can also understand these pastimes, they are not just with parents. They are also talking about the girlfriends of Krishna, especially Srimati Radharani, because they are in a loving relationship. So there is also exchanges of kisses there, and hidden meaning is that also. But the way these things are approached, we have to approach it with great respect, because these are very intimate pastimes. So you don't just go like some parent, they don't just go in public and start telling, like how they brought their kid in this world, what they had to do, all those things. You don't just go and start talking about things like that in public. So same way, these are very intimate pastimes. We have to become qualified to approach them. Otherwise, we will misunderstand them and we will think, oh, this is just like loving affairs we see in the world these days. But here we have to remember, these are people with completely pure consciousness and spiritual bodies. They don't have material bodies. That means they don't have material desires. Their desires are also completely spiritualized. So these are people with pure consciousness exchanging love with each other. So we have to understand that. And then we will be able to appreciate these pastimes and benefit from that understanding. We can actually become self-realized by understanding these pastimes. Next one. Namo Deva, this is number 6. Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu Prasiddha Prabho Dukha Jalabdi Magnam Kripa Drishti Vrishtati Dinam Batanu Grihanesha Mamagyam Idi Akshi Drishya. So what is happening here? This is another pastime where King of Heaven, Indra, he had made a big mistake. He actually tried to kill the residents of Vrindavan with like a thunderstorm and heavy rain and hailstorm. But then soon he realized that he's dealing with a person who is his own master, who is like completely spiritual, and he's the supreme controller and supreme enjoyer, so he cannot harm him. So that will lead us to the festival we were hearing about, Govardhan festival, Sweet Hill festival. We make a big hill here in the center of the temple, and we sing and dance around the hill, and then everyone gets to eat the hill. It's all made of sweets, so that's like a Sweet Hill festival coming soon. But this pastime leads to that, because this King of Heaven, Indra, he tried to kill all these residents. There is a whole history why he did that. But in short, he made a mistake, and now he come before Krishna realizing that that's his boss, and he has to ask for forgiveness now. So Kripa, we are praying for mercy, because when we get mercy of Radha Damodar, then actually Srimati Radharani, she becomes very pleased. And when Radharani becomes pleased, then Krishna is also pleased. So we can get their mercy in this way by praying, especially by singing this song and offering lamps. Every morning and evening we offer lamps here. We go to the next one. Tatha prema bhaktim swakam me priyacha. This is number 7. Pretty much he is praying for prema bhakti, means pure loving consciousness. So they can also, we cannot become like Mother Yashoda, we cannot become like Nanda Maharaj, his father, we cannot become like Srimati Radharani either. But what we can do is we can develop the same intensity of love for them by cultivating pure consciousness. And just by talking about these pastimes, remembering these pastimes, celebrating these festivals, our consciousness becomes purified and it revives our original memory of our spiritual existence. And that's how we can actually see these pastimes within our heart. So we should pray for pure consciousness, pure love for Krishna in this month especially. Last one, and then we can end because it's almost time. Namo Radhikayai Tvadiya Priyayai Namo Anantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam. Obeisances to Sri Sri Radha Damodar and their unlimited pastimes. So these pastimes, like I was saying, there are unlimited pastimes that are happening always in different places, especially in Golok Vrindavan, the topmost realm in the spiritual cosmos. And same pastimes Krishna is showing in Gokul Vrindavan, in this small village near Delhi. And there are still so many historical places, we can visit them and we can have some access to these pastimes, some memory of those pastimes. So these unlimited pastimes are actually referring to pastimes of Krishna with his girlfriends, with his gopi friends, with Radharani, not only with Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj or other elderly gopis and gopas in Vrindavan. So I want to share this. This is a book, Srila Prabhupada. He put all these stories in this book. This is actually story form of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, which has all these pastimes in detail. But he put them in story form so we can read and we can get to know Krishna more. I'll just read one couple of lines from here and then we can end here. But we have few copies of this book. If anyone doesn't have, after this you can come and get a copy from me. I'll just read a couple of lines and then we can have some lunch. So here, Sri Krishna's pastimes are not only charming, fascinating, and highly entertaining, but are full of deep philosophical wisdom and spiritual insight as well. Anyone who takes the time to read this one-of-a-kind book will be impressed by its relevance to contemporary human concerns. In 1970, in anticipation of the first printing of the book Krishna, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada commented, quote, "No other religion has such a full concept of God. I think our Krishna book will convince them. Whoever reads it will become a devotee of Krishna." So a word of caution, if you read this book, you might find yourself becoming a devotee of Krishna. So you can think about it. But if anyone wants a copy, you can come and speak to me now. We will end here. Everyone can go and take a delicious lunch prasad now. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Shri Shri Radha Damodar ki jai. Kartik month ki jai. Srimati Radharani ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.